Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monday Motivation Sprints. Super happy to have you guys here. Zuko is doing his cameo pretty early already. And we've got some early birds here too. Nia is here. Hi, Nia. And Regina's here. Hello. Good to see you. So let us know what you're going to be working on tonight. I knew that Zara. Oh, you can't.
Oh, wait. My computer's on mute. My bad. That was me.
I was like, oh no, you can't hear me.
No. I'm so sorry. That was. I realized right after I said it, I was like, no, that's me.
No worries. Yes, I am doing well. The day went by fast, but it was busy too. So it flew by because I was just in the zone. And Haley's here. Hello. Good to see our familiar faces. If anyone is lurking and doesn't know who I am, my name is HollyDavis. Camera. Oh, okay. It was just circling for me.
You froze for 1 second.
Okay. I don't want to freeze while I'm showing my book. I'm the author of A Diamond Bright and Broken, which released on November 5th, 2024. Just posted a fun Instagram reel / TikTok, depending on where you frequent. That's super fun. So check it out because it was a cool text that I got from my friend in December that I wasn't expecting and didn't even know it was a thing. So it was really, really fun. But yeah, and that's all I'm going to say about me right now. I'm also tired and brain dead. So you might not get much out of me tonight.
I'm also a little tired, but my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, which published Holly and other titles. We have a title announcement coming out tomorrow that I'm very excited for.
Ooh.
And tonight is basically editing. I spent the last 2 weeks proofreading one book, not proofreading, editing and lightly proofreading one book. And now this week has to be heavy duty proofreading so it can go off to the printer. ARCs just got sent to Ingram Spark to be printed, but now it's okay, we were running late on a lot of things, so it's that needs to be proofread, and then I need to edit another book as well. But I streamed earlier today, napped, and then spent an hour looking at flights for a business trip in March. And there was a question of when I would be leaving, or not leaving. I know when I'm leaving. The question is when I was coming back, and now I have that answer, but it's I'm not going to be able to spend time with certain people as much as I thought because they assumed something, and I'm no, I'm busy during the day.
Yeah.
So they had booked someone else to come and stay with them for the weekend right after, which would normally be totally fine if I wasn't busy the entire workday every single day. So
right.
Now, okay, well, I'll see you another time.
Where is the work trip?
It's in London.
Oh, wow. Okay, I was thinking somewhere.
I'm going to be going to the London Book Fair.
Oh my God.
First time ever, so I'm very excited.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
They haven't sent out the forms to get to register to get your badges and stuff, which gives me a little bit anxiety, but I'm checking all the time, so I haven't missed it. I just want it to happen sooner.
Yeah, that's funny because in March, Chris is going on his very first work trip because they have some conference or something, and so they need tech support there. So he'll be going to Vegas for a week, which is really, really cool. I think that's the first or second week of March, and then the last week of March, then we're going to visit his dad in North Carolina. So I'm babe, you never like travel. Like he doesn't take vacations. He just takes like random days here and there. And I'm the one that's like, let me go visit Heather in Arizona, like stuff like that. But so I'm like, hey, now you're going somewhere twice in 1 month. Like
that's a lot. In July I did that. I went upstate for family, and then I came back, and like I think I came back, had 1 day in New York, like New York City.
yeah.
And then turned around and went like south to visit a friend. That friend now lives in the Northeast, so it won't be
nice.
As big a thing. But it was like, if I wasn't seeing that friend, I would have been like, I'm canceling the second trip. Because it was a lot. But I really wanted to see that friend, especially after spending extended time with family.
Yeah, for sure. It's
like I love them, but spending
breaks.
a whole week with them is very like, oh my God.
Yeah, I can only imagine the fun. But that's so exciting. I'm excited for you.
I'm really excited for the trip because there were like so many reasons why I wasn't sure if it was actually going to happen, and now it's like it's going to happen, and
it is for sure.
Book flights like tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, there's all these shout outs for you. Yeah, this first sprint I'm going to eat dinner. Sometimes I eat beforehand, but I was working on posting that reel and TikTok, so that always takes up a chunk. But I was just laying in bed on my phone. I was like, this is where I need to be right now. But anyways, making dinner. And then I started the critique for Teresa yesterday, but then I got caught reading the Diversity is Lit book and got like 40% through that. So I was like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, but I was like, I should probably, the reason why I moved from critiquing her, and I guess I could have busted out my laptop, but the reason I moved from the computer to the couch and was like, guess I'll read, is because Zuko was like, you've been at the computer too long. I want to lay on your lap. So I was like, okay, I'll give you some mommy time. But then I didn't finish the critique. So anyways, I will do that. Let me pull up our, oh my gosh, sorry if I yawn. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good, y'all. Dean, hello. My wound has finally healed after 2 to 3 months. Oh, yay!
Wow.
Congrats. I also got my power wheelchair, so no more manual wheel. Woo! Power wheelchair! Yes! That's so exciting.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah. And, wounds can take a long time to heal if they're like, depending if they're pressure or diabetic, and even
my
surgical
mom had like accidentally walked into something and like really injured her shin, and that took like 2 to 3 months to heal. And we're like, this wasn't that deep a thing, and it just like,
I could see my skin being like that because my skin is very sensitive, but then also it like heals very slowly. Like I had spider bites on my thigh for like such a long time, and I'm like, I'm just gonna have this like red mark on my thigh for the rest of my life, and eventually went away. But like it takes so long. It's so
long time.
finicky.
I think the reason things take longer to heal for me also is that like I am so like I will get so uncomfortable. So I'll unintentionally like scratch at something.
Yeah.
And then I'll catch myself and I'll be like, no, like you're not supposed to scratch. It's like, well, I already scratched, which irritated the area again. So at minimum, it's more irritated and will take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, if I try to wear Band-Aids all the time over something, like that slows down the healing process at some level. And then also the adhesive of the Band-Aids can start irritating. So it's like,
right. That's,
it's a, I have to like do out the math of like, okay, if I don't, if I keep on a Band-Aid this long, which means I won't be able to scratch at it until I get to a certain point, and then hopefully it'll be healed enough that if I can take off the Band-Aid, it won't itch too much and it'll be able to heal. It's just like,
actually heal. Yes. That'd be ideal. Oh, Regina also takes longer to heal. Tessa, diabetic for one part. I don't even know how it happened. Yeah, I'm glad you're on the other side of things now.
I'm going to pick number 2, like Regina. We're both picking
Yes.
Zuko. I hope I didn't sneak it winning Regina.
Oh, yes. I forgot to do my little spiel. For those who don't know, we will be doing 3 30-minute sprints, chatting in between. Go to about 8 or 8:30 Central Standard Time. And you can vote for which cat you think is going to win the race. And it's okay if you vote for one that someone else voted for, either color or number. Which one did you say you're going with?
I'm going with Zuko.
Okay, nice.
Oh, yeah, and we've named the cats.
Yes. I know.
But yes. Zuko's actually real because she has a black cat named Zuko.
Yes, I don't know. He actually left me. Okay.
That's rare.
I know. Which is nice, but since I'm going to get up, then he might like flip out. I've been trying not to baby him as much. He's becoming very spoiled. So I really, really need to just like be like, no, you're not climbing on my shoulders as we go down the stairs because I'm not your train, because then every time I move, then he wants to jump. So anyways, it's a whole thing. And I'm just like, but he's so cute. But then I also recognize that I'm a little bit of an enabler. So
I think if I had a cat, I would like, and it didn't hurt me, I'd probably be like, yeah, why can't the cat just ride along?
Yeah, I think it's cute. But then sometimes like, because he likes to jump on the sink and then wait till I'm like done in the morning. But then I'm like, he climbs on me. I'm like, wait, I gotta like put my hair up. I have to put deodorant on. Like, I can't do that with you like on me. So then I'll like, I'll shift. I would be like, I'll shift so that he like slides off back onto the
Riley
sink.
Can't really climb, and she's also scared of heights.
Aww.
But if I ever get a cat, I'll definitely have to deal with a bunch of stuff I've never had to deal with before. And it'll be an adjustment for me. But I think it's like, for me, if a pet gets in the way of me being able to function as a human being, I'll like, have to be like, no, this is a boundary. Like, you don't do this. But if it doesn't bother me, like, I would be like, would a very strict, pet trainer be like, don't do that? Right. Maybe. But I'd be like, but if it doesn't bother me, and it like doesn't make them aggressive for some reason. So like, I don't know if like riding around on me would make, a pet like start hissing at people who came near me. Then I would be like, okay, yeah, don't do that.
Right.
But if it's just like, I want to ride, and I'll be like, okay, like,
yes,
my back can handle that, and you're not clawing me to death. So sure, why not?
Yeah, I need to find pictures of when like the first pictures we took of him when we got him. And he was on my shoulders. So this is like ingrained in him, which is just super cute. But let's see. I keep talking about Zuko. Do I go with 2 as well?
Chandra's voting for who we've nicknamed Garfield, but
it's Garfield, Ginger, and Dobby. He's got 3.
Chandra's cat is named Dobby and is an orange cat and lives up to the orange cat reputation.
And that was my orange cat. His name was Dobby. So like,
I forgot. You had the
Maine Coon mix. Yeah, so we have good taste in naming orange cats. So when you say Dobby, I'm like, oh yeah, it's Dobby. That makes sense.
Maybe we should just say like, forget Ginger and Garfield and be like, nope, now Dobby.
It's Dobby. Yeah. Yes. I guess I'll go for one that someone hasn't voted for. So I'll go with 4. Did someone do 4? Okay, no. All right.
I don't see anyone.
Oh, Haley did 4. Okay. I'll say 1. Yeah, let's go with 1. Okay. Because I think almost everyone's been voted for. All right, except for 3. So
okay, 2, 7, 5, 6, 4.
And 4. And now 1. So 3.
Now 1. Yeah.
I got real wood here I'm knocking on. Yeah. All right. We are going to start this first.
I'm just hoping it's one that someone has voted for, is honestly what I'm hoping for at this point.
Me too. So we will start this first sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone.
Without the ones like you working tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. No matter your industry, Grainger's here for you with professional-grade supplies. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
All right, that was the end of the first sprint, and I should have gone with Zuko. You won. Oh,
Ooh, Regina, we did it.
yay. That is, yes, Regina and Zara. Awesome. Hey, you were lucky last time too.
That is true.
Sprint.
That is true.
And Dobby was second. Oh, Chandra's like so close. How did everyone do? Janine, hi. Finally catching up on journaling, but my brain is mush. I said that earlier too, that my brain was mush. I made a sandwich and ate that. It was very good. So, and then I started working on my critique. So yeah, it was funny because it started in present tense and then was switching to past. So then I was fixing all the past to present, and then eventually it was like all past. So then I I kind of scroll through the rest, and I'm like, okay, the rest is past. So I was like, I'm just gonna leave what I had. Like, if you want to keep it past, I won't change anything moving forward. But like, I thought I didn't know, so I was like, let me just investigate.
Sometimes you just don't know.
Yeah. So I was trying to be helpful, but how did you do that sprint?
Good. I finished editing one chapter and started another.
Nice. Very productive. Hello, the Sacred Scribe. I like that name. Nice. Rebecca asks, any pro tips for revisions? I'm on draft 6 and it feels like I'll never be done. Oh, yes. Ooh. I forgot that. Yes, you were in your revisions cave. It was either that or the outlining. Draft 6. So are you still doing developmental edits? Are you implementing beta feedback? Or are you doing more like line editing stuff? And Ty. Okay. I will try to remember to call you Ty. Oliver wants my breadcrumbs. At least you can come on the screen, Oliver. You're usually not here. There you go.
If you want food, you have to make an appearance.
No, don't step on the keyboard. Oh, gosh. And don't put your butt in the way, Oliver. Oh, my gosh. So rude. Oh, my goodness.
The question about developmental versus
let me throw out my
other stuff is important before I think I give an answer.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay, I was like, he's not gonna leave me alone unless I like throw out this plate. Oh, here we go. Oh, sorry. Here, let me do this so we stay on topic real quick. Still developmental, implementing feedback from a developmental editor and critique group. Okay. Do you do like color coding stuff where either like, what I like to do sometimes is like printing out the whole manuscript and then like writing either the same colored Post-it note or the same colored pen, like, oh, these are all the problems that are like, with this character arc, and this is for this plot point or something, or pacing issues or something, so that you can kind of get like the bigger picture of things. I don't know if that's helpful at all.
I would say, in addition to the bigger picture of things, I would read through all the feedback and take notes on it, because if there's like feedback about like, hey, later in your book you mentioned this, but there isn't like foreshadowing, or you haven't really set the groundwork for that, you'd want to know that before you start fixing the beginning of the book. I definitely agree with the color coding. I would also say that if you break down your revisions, even though it's, developmental and it's not like, minute, where it's like, okay, maybe you're just checking dialogue, but just later, where I'll check dialogue versus internal dialogue versus, description, just so that I'm not doing everything all at once and driving my brain crazy about like, what is this period? Like, I've read too many words, I don't know what periods go anymore. But for developmental, you could break it down like by character, like is their arc where it needs to be, or just in general do it as like character development versus external plot stuff, and make sure that those two things are working. Also, do I have any info dumps, which you don't really want, but you also don't want pages and pages or even a really long paragraph of description where something doesn't really happen, and just kind of making sure the flow is right, which I know a lot of people say like, oh, wait until you fix the plot for that. But sometimes knowing the flow can help with fixing the plot, where you're like, wow, I have a lot of plot happening and there needs to be a break for the characters, like a little break for the reader. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, the danger or drama goes away, but like a little bit of a breather. So, maybe add a little internal thinking or dialogue, or add a description there, but then somewhere else you're removing that, and it makes it move faster, and then you feel better about the story and you don't feel as much as you're slogging through. So there are lots of ways to attack it.
That's great advice. Yes. Hopefully that helps, Rebecca. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, I also like to organize all of the feedback in one document. So then it like, I have that win of like, like deleting it once I finish it, but then also seeing, organizing everything to make it consistent. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, this person also had these questions or something. Or, this person also thought this character should be deleted or combined with another character or something like that. Because I feel like when I started, I tried to get like all these beta readers, but then I was overwhelmed by all the feedback and realized I'm like, oh, a lot of them are kind of like repetitive. So then I was like, okay, only a little bit of feedback, because that's all I need and that's all I can handle. But yeah, hope that helps.
I also think if you do have a lot of feedback coming in, what is helpful to see is if readers are constantly picking up on the same thing. Other than that, cutting down can be helpful. I would always recommend having an odd number so you're not the tiebreaker on something.
Yes. 3's the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Because before it was 7 for me, and I'm like, no, we'll do 3 to 5.
I think 7 could be overwhelming.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Especially if they all read at different speeds, and I'm like, I need to like start working on this.
And I think at my point, it was like, oh, it was before I found like, oh, these aren't beta readers now. These are critique partners, and they are kind of more my like consistent go-to people. So,
yeah, I think, what was I going to say? Blew out of my brain. Rebecca said my feedback document is 19 pages long.
19. Oh my gosh.
I don't know how you have it formatted, but if you can format that into bullet points, that also really helps with my brain. Because it's like a task list.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Whereas if it's all paragraphs and you look at 19 pages, it's very overwhelming.
Oh, like my premium account for The kitty race timer expired on January 8th. Renew now. You guys, I am willing to spend $12 for another year of premium. That's so funny. Hold on, I gotta pay. It let me do the first sprint, and then it was like, nah.
It's like, and you're done.
Yeah. Oh, and it doesn't automatically renew. Okay. Well, let me pay for this really quick so I can open up the second sprint. Chanja's working on a walkthrough. Got another blog post idea, and then need to draft. You are also a busy lady, and you were on Zara's stream earlier too. Here we go. Log in. Woohoo! Jenny said, I think the biggest part of any alpha reader, beta reader relationship is availability. Yep. If it takes months for them to respond, it might not be healthy. Yes, such a good point. Tessa's doing writing prompts. I love it. The 1,000 Words to Ignite Romance came out last week.
Yeah, good.
Okay, let me pull this up so I can go through the rest of the comments while people are voting. Okay, we've got 10 cats now. Woo.
I'm going to go number 2 because that was my first instinct. And when I don't follow my first instinct, I normally do worse.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Zuko. If you win, I understand.
I said blue for the first one, so I'll go with 9 for this one too. Haley got 390 words. Yes, that's awesome. Woo. Feedback on a chapter you sent 3 months ago.
No.
That is cray. Absolutely ridiculous.
That's too long.
Oh, good. I voted for the one Regina voted for. So that should, I should get good juju vibes. And yeah, 8 is Dobby. All right. Well, let's go ahead and start this second sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone.
You should really know how to go. Tell me, what do you see through the empty shadows of reality? You will just leave here. Take my hand and don't look back. We'll give it all away. Take my hand and don't look back. We'll let it fall apart. Kiss and go all the way now. Kiss and go. Was once afraid to
Apple Card is the perfect card for your holiday shopping. You'll earn up to 3% daily cash back on every purchase. Apply now in the Wallet app on iPhone. Subject to credit approval. Apple
All right, that was the end of the second sprint, and number 5 won. Oh, Tessa. Oh, where is it? Janine
It's
and
above.
Tessa. Woohoo! Nice guesses. 2 people won the first sprint, 2 people won the second. Yes, that was a nail biter. That's fun.
I was eating during that sprint. I had a snack earlier in the day on my stream, but that was the first time I had been eating, and this is like second time. So I was just like, I'm gonna eat and enjoy it.
Yeah, so it's good to eat and like not be distracted too. Like being away from the screen, actually, like savoring the food.
It's also with my Invisaligners, like I have to take them out to eat, but I'm supposed to have them in basically 22 hours a day. Or like as close to that as possible. So I have to make sure that I'm full when I'm eating, and I feel more full if I'm like thinking about it and not just like mindlessly eating. So
Got it.
I mean, it's good. Like I've never had a problem with that, and I don't want to talk too much about it in case someone in chat like would get triggered by that.
Oh,
but it was nice to, just like I'm not working. I'm not even looking at the timer. I was so zoned into eating. I didn't even hear the ad that you said played. So like,
yeah, and it wouldn't let me skip it. It was about the iPhone or something, but thankfully it was short. It's like
my brain totally didn't hear it at all.
Oh, cool. Well, I like heard it really quickly and then I muted it. Like it was like a couple seconds and I was like, ah, and then I went and muted it.
Okay.
Ralph is here. Hello. Happy Monday.
I just want to clarify from last week that when I was saying that Wicked made a reference to like certain politicians, those were nicknames given to the politicians, like by the world. I wasn't agreeing with the nicknames.
Yes, we had to clarify.
Yeah, I know like you don't want to make it political, so I'm not even gonna like go back and reiterate who it was, but it's like I think Raph, you left a comment that made it seem like you thought that I agreed with that politician. I was like, no, I'm just literally talking about the fact that a line in a song from a musical was a reference to a well-known nickname of a politician. Doesn't mean I agree with the nickname or the politician.
You have a good memory, because I was like, huh? Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry. I was just seeing my email saying you renewed your race timer. Online stopwatch. That was it. I'm like, I don't know what the website's called. I just type in kiddie race timer and it pops up. Let me see. So I got halfway through the short story because it's 29 pages. And yeah, I'm really curious to know, like, this poor character is spiraling, and it's just great to be like, oh girl, your mind is getting a little whack. So I'm like interested to see what happens. I'm like, I have to keep reading. Chandra finished the walkthrough, woohoo! Then started on the blog outline, so I don't forget my inspiration. Still no words on the draft though. Yay! Did you say, yeah, because I think I saw Regina asked what is the walkthrough, or what is a walkthrough? I was also curious.
What was a walkthrough? Did I say something? I don't remember.
No. Chandra said she was working on her the walkthrough, and then Regina said, "What is that?" And now Chandra just said she finished it.
I think she was making a video or a presentation or something to
Oh.
talk about like how she made her website.
Oh, cool. Oh,
or how authors can make their website or something.
okay. That makes sense. Fun.
Because she was working on it during my live stream.
Oh, okay. Yes, that makes sense.
If I'm wrong, Chandra, please let me know. That's my best guess.
It's a nice name, Moon. It means moon. Oh. Haley got 473 words and finished chapter 18. Yay! I've got one hand because I was literally like reaching over Zuko. He's just being like, you know, he's being Zuko. Yeah. I have an idea for a psychological horror epistolary novella influenced by Dracula, but based in the Caribbean, based in Latin folklore. What? That sounds awesome. I haven't read very much epistolary stories lately. And it's not like, you know, there's not a lot, but they're always so fun. Ugh.
I have to be in the right mood though, because like I tried going back to reread Pride and Prejudice recently, and I love Pride and Prejudice. And it was not, my brain was like, nope, you don't want this right now.
Oh no. It sounds cool. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Website setup walkthrough. Nice. Influenced by Nosferatu. Oh. I've heard of Nosferatu, but I didn't know there were, 2024 film.
I want to see it so badly.
I only put in NO, and this is like, it's the fourth thing after Notion, Nordstrom Rack, and Nordstrom is Nosferatu, which is like a little scary. I'm like, whoa. Yeah. Okay, 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. Nice. Ooh. Oh, Bill Skarsgård. Okay. That's all you have to say. Wow. Okay, this looks good.
Yes, it's supposedly really dark and also supposedly really sexy, which Nosferatu, I'm a little bit like, can Nosferatu be sexy? People have argued Dracula can be sexy very compellingly.
Yeah.
But Nosferatu, I don't know, but like I'm willing to go see it.
Johnny Depp's daughter.
Yeah.
Oh. Is it? Oh, Lily Rose Depp. It does look like her. Wow. I did not know he had a daughter.
Regina's saying, icky, a sexy Nosferatu. Shudder.
That's great. Okay. Uh-oh, my yawn is coming on. No,
you set me off. Hold on.
I'm trying to cover my mouth.
I ducked down. I don't know if you guys could see me like fully when I did that, but I'm like, hide it so other people don't.
And Frankenstein too.
Oh yeah. Jacob Elordi, Mia Goth, Oscar Isaac is playing Victor Frankenstein, Christoph Waltz.
Oh.
There's like no way in chance there's no chance in hell that he's playing a nice person. He never plays a nice person, Christoph Waltz. Felix Kammer, Ralph Ineson, Felix Kramer, David Bradley, and Charles Dance. So I know those two names, and I obviously know Oscar Isaac and Christoph Waltz. And I know who Jacob Elordi is. And Mia Goth, her name rings a bell. But what have I seen?
Yeah, who is she? She looks familiar.
Oh, she was in the movie X and Pearl. And I've seen those trailers. And she has like a memorable enough face that I recognize her from those
Mm.
trailers, but I've actually never seen. Who did she play in Emma 2020?
I never even saw the trailers for those. So I'm just like, I don't know where you look familiar.
Oh, those were trailers for things that like I wouldn't have been interested in. So I honestly don't know what was up with the algorithm at the time that I showed. Oh, she was also in the remake of Suspiria. She tends to do like a lot of horror things, and then she just randomly did Emma.
Cool.
She played Harriet? Oh, yeah.
And Avatar 3? Maybe even another Matrix. Whoa! You are the go-to for all movie news.
Well, okay, when she's in like period piece hair, she looks, it changes the way her face looks enough that I wouldn't have put it together that it was her.
Okay.
But the moment I saw it on her, yeah. But yeah.
That's hilarious. Funny.
I didn't even see Avatar 2, so.
No, I didn't see. I wanted to. I just didn't get a chance to. I forget when it came out, but I must have been just in another world.
I was on the fence about it, and then I was like, no, I'll see it because it's beautiful and it'll be fun. And then the director made some like really bad comments about Indigenous people.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't think I'm going to see this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the visual experience. That's what I liked about it.
He was nice in Django. I've never actually seen Django. I've seen clips.
I don't know if I've seen it either. So funny.
I mean, he partners with Jamie Foxx's character, so.
Okay.
So he isn't a bad person in that one.
Sounds good.
He won his second Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his performance in that film.
Oh. Cool.
Has he ever played a non-German character? Because that character's German, and Christoph Waltz himself is Austrian-German.
Oh.
Okay, Christoph Waltz's non-German character was an autofill, first of all. Okay, I really don't. They're saying his character Inspector wasn't German. I thought he was.
Sorry,
And then
Garfield.
they're listing the character from Django Unchained as not German, which is absolutely German. So this list I don't trust because one of them says he's a Belgian captain, which clearly not German. Another one says like, he played Walter Keane in Big Eyes.
Oh.
He's American, and he was the husband of that female artist who I think was played by Amy Adams.
Okay.
Maybe where like he basically stole all her work, like the credit for her work. But then the rest of these where they say it's not a German character, the list includes his character in Inglourious Bastards, in which he plays a German Nazi. So I'm like, I don't think your list is correct. Yeah.
I was also just LOLing because Garfield also has another name, Heathcliff, which I didn't realize. Like, oh yeah, it's another orange cat. Raph, which
wait, from where?
Heathcliff is like from what is that?
Wuthering Heights, but why is he the orange cat?
No, Heathcliff is it's a comic, animated series. If you look up Heathcliff, the original orange cat.
Oh, I've never.
Yeah.
They have Heathcliff.com. Like, kudos to them.
Oh wow, dang.
Okay,
But yeah, I always found that interesting. Like, like there's not very many cat. Well, I guess Tom and Jerry, but
okay, so the image at the bottom.
But anyways, that's also Dobby.
The image of the webs of him at the bottom of him standing with his arms crossed on the website, that I've seen before. Never knew his character name, but I've never seen anything else of him. So I was like,
I think I had like a book of when I was younger with Heathcliff, and like there were other cats like in the alley or something. And yeah, Zuko, you can't be chirpy. That's so funny. Yeah, and maybe I watched the cartoons. I don't know. What were you saying?
I'm gonna go with number 1 because it's purple.
So
and it's number 1. I'm not even
so in your face. Yeah.
It's just like right there.
I'm gonna go with I think he's 7, the darker blue one. Let me see.
Yeah, I think so too.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's behind Dobby, Heathcliff, Garfield, Ginger.
Whatever we call him.
Wait, got stuck. I was on my way to send one. I don't have a physical address and got stuck. Oh, shoot. Because I know
there are websites called that are virtual mailboxes, and it's a physical address. And if anything physically gets sent to you, they will then scan and send you pictures of what it is, or they will forward the mail to you. But that would be a way to get a physical address, or if you can afford it / want to, you could just get an actual P.O. box and do that.
Oh, that's cool to know about the digital box. I had no idea.
Yeah, maybe it's not called digital. I think it's called a virtual mailbox.
Or virtual, yeah, sorry. Virtual mailbox.
Okay, anytimemailbox.com. LegalZoom offers a really overpriced one. There's a website called iPostal and then the number 1. And then there's Post Scan Mail. I don't know physicaladdress.com. I didn't look at that when I was looking. And then Virtual Post Mail.
Yeah, that's good to know. The post, like my P.O. box, just like every year, it just goes up. So it's just like, oh, this is a lot.
Janine, my state requires a physical address in a newspaper. You can say what state you want. Some of the websites let you say what state you want the address to be in. But if it's really a problem, I would say getting a P.O. box is the best thing. But that's not cheap, so you really have to, think about it.
Yeah. No, this is good to know.
Anytime mailbox, you can just click the state that you want.
Cool. That's also, interesting.
They have actually, I'm not going to do the math. I'm pretty sure it's every state plus DC of the United States that they have listed here. And then they list Puerto Rico under the United States, which is a choice. And then they have Australia, Austria, Belgium, Brazil, Bulgaria, Canada, Caribbean, China, Colombia, Costa Rica, Croatia, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark, Egypt, France, Greece, Hong Kong, and a bunch of other countries. So this website seems to have the most, but I don't know about their prices specifically. Yeah. Once I decided to get a P.O. box, it wasn't. Right, but these virtual mailboxes are not a P.O. box.
Cool. Okay.
For the Can Spam Act, it says you can list a P.O. box in a newsletter. So, which is why I did that. I don't know if your state has a specific rule, Janine, but on a federal level, it's allowed. And then Chandra, they require it to be published on the newsletter? Yes. So if you're registering a business, you need to list an actual address that can't be a P.O. box. But if you're talking about what needs to be in an e-newsletter, it can be a P.O. box. It just has to be a physical address that can receive mail. Yes, I'm thinking to establish a DBA, you need a physical address that isn't a P.O. box. Yes. But for a newsletter, it can be a P.O. box. But like I said, that's expensive, but you could physically receive your mail there versus these virtual mailboxes. You could get mail and they'll scan it for you, but they tend to like charge by the page, like a certain number of cents, and that can add up very quickly.
Oh. Let's start the next sprint, Ralph. We'll get to your question afterwards because that might take a while.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right. That was the end of the final sprint. And that's a darker Dobby.
It's like a tan
Yeah.
or peach.
Let's see. I'm looking at
Anyone pick 29?
16. That was where is it? I think that was Regina. Yeah, Regina. Ooh.
Regina won the first and last one.
Oh.
And I'm at the very corner of the screen.
Nice. Oh,
and
yeah,
I said purple, I would have been slightly better off. But
if I said blue, I would have. Oh, wait, I did say the dark. Is the dark blue one in front? It's hard to tell.
It looks like it's online with 16. It's hard to. Like it's a whisker. It's weird because the shadows are.
But the whiskers ahead.
Number 7 shadow is slightly ahead of 16 shadow, but 16's whiskers look like they're ahead of 7's whiskers.
That's so true. Which one?
I don't know. Blue one. Well,
I said blue. No, just kidding. That's so funny. All right. I got to do a little more critiquing, but then Zuko said I was just climbing over him, and so I sat on the couch with him for a little bit. And he just wanted to settle down, so I was like, okay, buddy. But yeah, he was needing his mommy. Haley got 344 words. Nice. Regina, 16's whiskers are in third place.
Which by virtue of that means you won.
How did you do, Zara?
I did some more editing of a chapter. I was trying to see if it would make sense to take 2 chapters together and make them a single chapter, but they would actually, you know what, that's not too long a scene. The first one isn't too long a scene, but then the second one's definitely like chapter length on its own. So I just kept going back and forth on that, which is not something I should have been focusing on for the whole sprint, but I spent like a good amount of time thinking that. So I didn't finish the new chapter that I wanted to. I think I'm still going to be working after we log off here for a little bit, so it's not like awful. And the chapter that I needed to work on next is like a long chapter, so I can't even say that like, oh, had I moved on within this last sprint, I would have gotten 2 more chapters done today. I think this will just be 1 more chapter today, and then we'll call it a night.
That makes sense.
So it's not like I lost a ton of potential progress. It's more just like, Zara, you were focusing on the wrong thing. You could have dealt with that. You know, like had you just said it out loud to yourself, like I did to you, I would have been fine. So, you know.
No, I'm definitely not working after this. That's so. Yeah, and Haley, I kind of got over 1,000 words between the 3 sprints. Raf said I'm working on my last 2 pages of a short story, about to hit 25,000 words on my sci-fi collection. Goal is to finish by Christmas. Well, it sounds like you are well on your way. That's awesome. How long do you want it to be? Because if you're already 25,000 words. or how many short stories are there going to be, I guess.
Yeah, I'm like, I think that's
that's the more fitting question.
I never know, because sometimes people will say like, oh, I have this many more words to write in a book. And I'm like, how do you know?
Just about 50. Okay. Christmas is almost here. Yeah, I almost bought like the 50% off like wrapping paper, but then I was like, but then I'm gonna have wrapping paper in my small townhome for a year. And I was just like, it's fine, Holly. Just buy the wrap. You're gonna buy it from the dollar store anyway, so it's fine.
Oh yeah. Then I think you're fine.
Yeah.
My mom had she still does this like plastic container where she has like different wrapping papers, and she just stores them because you'll get them individually, but then like we just store them. And if I don't have wrapping paper at my place, I really should. I feel like that would be the next step of being an adult. But I I'll just bring stuff over to her place if I need to wrap it. Between the two of us, we go through the rolls sometimes, and sometimes we misjudge how much paper we need for one thing. So then there are like scraps of wrapping paper in there that aren't really scraps, but it's like you have to wrap a smaller thing in it because it's now a smaller piece.
Yeah.
So my mom kind of like just compiles it over time. So I don't think it's too early to buy it. I think you just start designating a place for it, and maybe being like, okay, I'm not going to buy more.
Yeah. So I've got my little bin with bags and what is it? Not the stuffing, the tissue paper, stuffing, the tissue paper, and like, stockings and things like that, which already takes up a lot of space. So, but yeah, I've got gift bags and like cards for like birthdays. And so I've got a tiny collection. Yeah, I mostly use gift bags, and then I have wrapping paper for the few items that I leave in boxes, but I'm very much a put it in the bag, put tissue paper on top versus the wrapping. No worries, Janine. Yeah, it sounds like you're getting things figured out, which is good.
Yeah. And then Chandra was like, oh, I don't know if that applies to her state. Can spam, which is the thing that requires there be a physical address, whether it be a P.O. box or a personal mail address. So P.O. boxes count for a newsletter, applies to all states if you're promoting anything in your newsletter.
Okay.
So if you were just saying, hey, like, this is what I'm doing, and you don't like, and you're just like, hey, I'm writing I'm writing, but you don't say anything about like, please buy my book or please pre-order my book or whatever, you don't have to do canned spam, but you still should if you're sending it to like a lot of people, because you don't want to be in the legal gray area. But the moment you start promoting something, it falls under Canned Spam Act, which applies to all 50 states plus DC, the District of Columbia.
Oh.
And then internationally, they have another law called GDPR, and that says that like you have to explicitly like say what people are opting into and have a really clear, and I believe both laws or sets of laws, I can't remember if they're sets or individual laws, state that you have to have an unsubscribe button really clear, or an unsubscribe link. Because there was one newsletter I had subscribed to, and there was no unsubscribe link unless you opened it in a browser. But like when it loaded in an email, there wasn't one. And so it was like, this is shady, and also spamming the email. So GDPR and Canned Spam, when you're doing it, it's a little bit nerve-wracking when you're first setting it up, because you're like, I don't want to mess anything up. But a lot of newsletters like MailChimp, MailerLite, Aweber, Constant Contact, I'm probably missing a few. They have templates, so they'll like have an address, but you need to like say, you know, it'll say address, but it's not an actual address, and it needs to be a physical address. And you can't do any email there. It has to be something physical. I don't know why, but P.O. box is allowed versus registering a business can't be a P.O. box, which is interesting because I just like I'll rewatch episodes of like my favorite show, and one of them is like, oh, this business is registered to a P.O. box. I'm like, which isn't allowed, and you literally said that earlier in the episode as well. So like, what gives?
Oh, like Ko-fi stuff as well. Oh.
Ko-fi's emails. Hold on. I get emails from Ko-fi. Let me find one.
Yeah, I remember when the whole like GDPFR thing.
Ko-fi, blah, 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 blah. At the bottom, it says Ko-fi.com and then unsubscribe from creator updates. Now, they are a London-based company, or at the very least, England-based company. So that's why they don't have a physical address in their update emails, but their actual newsletter. Can I find one of those? I haven't opened like an actual Ko-fi newsletter in forever. Let's see. Hi, for your husband. Ko-fi round. Okay, yeah. Here's a newsletter. Happy New Year, Ko-fi Bean. Blah 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 blah. And then it says registered PO box, and then they list it. So they still have to abide by the Can Spam Act because they're sending stuff to U.S. people. But they're update emails that, like, if you follow a page and then you get a notification that that page posted something, it doesn't have their physical address, but it has an unsubscribe from that creator.
Okay. Huh. So confusing.
Oh, I meant promoting Ko-fi in your newsletter, Janine said.
Okay.
Can spam. Tags advertising and marketing, blah, blah, blah. Don't use false or misleading header information. Don't use deceptive subject lines. Identify the message as an ad. The law gives you a lot of leeway in how to do this, but you must disclose clearly and conspicuously that your message is an advertisement, if it is. Tell recipients where you're located, so it needs to be a PO box or a street address. You need to have a way for people to opt out. Honor opt-outs promptly. A lot of newsletter places automatically do it, so you don't have to worry about that.
I was about to say Chick-fil-A after dinner.
If you have someone else handling your email marketing and they mess something up, you are still legally responsible.
I mean,
commercial content which advertises or promotes a commercial product or service, including content on a website operated for a commercial purpose. Transactional would count as Ko-fi. So like if you were linking to a web, like a blog exclusive site, so like Blogger, like if you go way back in time, like you'd be fine. Although that has ads on it, so maybe you wouldn't have been fine. But Ko-fi, because it's built with the intent of getting money, even if not everyone always does, because there is the free follow option. You'd have to obey Can Spam. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's
I forgot about the Can Spam thing.
Yeah. I think you're okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot. Red is safe.
You have your header, you have your stuff, you have a mailing address, and you have update your preferences or unsubscribe from this list. So you're fine.
Yay. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that in there. So
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
you're set. So I don't think I ever actually wrote down your PO box because you gave me your other address to mail you copies of your book.
yes, I give you you my real address, but my PO box is in the description box, so
Yeah.
it's also available for people. And then I check it very sparingly because I pretty much just use it so that it's there for my newsletter. But
Yeah.
All right.
oh, Tabitha, yes, we are just about to sign off, but please join us. Well, yeah, we will be live next week, next evening, and hopefully everything goes smoothly and we can just be productive on.
Or if not, I'm gonna be dissociating.
Yes.
Like staying busy.
Did you want to be on Zara since
Yes,
okay.
I'll be on. It'll help give me it'll give me the structure for focus, even if my brain doesn't fully get the memo. And
Yeah.
like
Okay.
we tried.
Yes. Okay. I wrote it down to add you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. So that I don't yawn more, I'm gonna let you go. But thank you guys for joining. I hope this gave you a good start to the week. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week. And we will see you guys next time. Okay, bye everyone.